Alright, so we got a Hero Hei video going over the Pokemon, the Poketron Pokemon. The young girl boss entrepreneur, if you're just too much of a broke little, a lower tax bracket little cuck. Just say so. My N-word. But yeah, so apparently Pokemon, finally after, 3,000 years, this statement was promised to me 3,000 years ago, right? She finally came out and spoke about the, Mina situation, which is her cookie company, right? Charging $28 for these, black-ass cookies, and yeah, the whole controversies that went down with that, the overpriced bullshit, if you're just a broke boy, say so comment, whole, these cookies are, stolen, these already existed or whatever, right? That was its own controversy back in the day. And, the most recent thing that came out regarding this stuff about, the company potentially being out of business because, the cookies are never available. The company social media pages are very inactive, all that good stuff. So apparently she finally addressed it. I don't know what she's going to say, but I'm excited.
After
I'm
years
ecstatic.
of dodging the cookie controversy where Pokemon attempted to sell overpriced cookies to her audience and even...
Yeah, dude, it was like $28 for a cookies is mental. $28 for some cookies. Like, goddamn, did you shove them up your vagina before you packed them or something? Why are they $28? I'd go buy some fucking Chips Ahoy or some shit. Like, goddamn, that's insane.
Called people broke when they criticized the pricing structure and the
That's
quality.
like 2,500 V-Bucks, bro.
Pokemon's finally decided to address what happened.
Last but not least, the cookies company, which I launched like 2-3 years ago.
And that was 2-3 years ago. Goddamn.
Unfortunately, the launch for that did not go as we planned, but
I wonder why. I guess it ain't good business to call your potential customers broke. Go figure.
let's go into the lesson right away. It taught me that what it means to be a content creator is very, very, very different from what it means to be a business owner.
I mean, yeah, I guess, right? Yeah, and I guess it is also kind of a problem if you, as a content creator, are tied to that company, because, your image by proxy is connected to the company's image, right? And if you're a unlikable, controversial figure like Pokemon, it's not gonna go too well.
Certain things that most businesses can get away with that you cannot do if you are creator backed. And so as soon as I realized, oh, maybe
It do
this
be
is
like
the
that.
right time for me to be the face of a product, I stepped away from the company and I let them just continue operating as they please. I didn't take any profits, though it was making money, but that would go straight to staff or other investments. And yeah, that was 2 or 3 years ago. I think they might have started winding down since then, but I haven't really had much involvement since the launch.
I love how halfway
So what she's saying is that it was a complete failure. She made no money from it, and the money that it did make went to paying the staff. Yeah, sounds like a pretty big fucking failure if you made no profits from that. Wow, that's kind of honestly surprising. I thought that she would at least make some sort of profit from it, right, from her simps, but that is crazy.
through that, she tries to say that the problem was the timing. It just wasn't the right timing, guys. No, how about the cookies were overpriced, extremely overpriced, and then the criticism that she was getting for this, she handled in such a poor way.
Yeah, literally, the biggest contributors to these cookies failing were the overpriced situation and the controversies surrounding the cookies. Like I said, back in the day, the whole broke boy situation, and then the whole these cookies are not original, they're a stolen recipe controversy, right? Those were the two biggest controversies back in the day that surrounded these cookies, right? I remember. I wasn't doing content back then, but I do remember because I've always been a slop enjoyer, right? I watched all the sloppers back in the day, and I remember watching the whole thing with that controversy.
That it actually did the opposite of getting goodwill for the company. It drove a negative perception towards the company and the product. In the replies, WestJet finished Pokimane, saying maybe don't sell repackaged Costco cookies for 3 times the price. According to my recollection,
Right, that's basic. Right there, that's the whole issue that it was, right? That these aren't original cookies. And yeah, as a matter of fact, you could actually buy the original cookies for way cheaper.
Pokimane's Mina Cookies was a rebrand of the Midnight Cookies, but with a higher price point. She tried to argue that it was healthy because there was vitamin D in it, which is a nonsense justification to begin with.
I love me some vitamin D. Oh boy, yeah, 28 quid for some vitamin D. There you go. You don't wanna take your happy ass outside and touch some grass. You're gonna buy $28 cookies and get that vitamin D from the cookies.
There's much better sources of
there
vitamin D out there. And adding a minuscule amount of vitamin D to a cookie doesn't make the cookie healthy. It's still a cookie. They seem to have brought that there by adding mushroom powder to the recipe, which was the only divergence from the aforementioned Midnight Cookie recipe. Oh, and I forgot to mention, but they also had the same manufacturer. Seems like public reception is not going very well for Pokimane. People are not buying her spin. But let me know what you think about the latest, and I'll see you in the next one.
I mean, honestly, it's just like to me, it's just a funny situation, right? Because she never ever like covered it when the controversies were first happening, right? She just made like those, they just made those, general PR statements about, these aren't the Midnight Cookies, right? Pokimane made her, broke boy statement on stream, right? When he was getting criticized over the price, right? She thought it would be brilliant to go on stream and say, if you're a broke little bitch that can't afford $28 cookies, just say so. But yeah, really, really funny situation overall, honestly. I mean, the fact that it took her, 3 fucking years to finally respond in some sort of way about the whole cookie controversy, Cookie Gate, if you will, is insane. Fucking-sane that it took her that long to say something. But, she, again, did not disappoint with this statement. I mean, it was just, full of the copium, all that good stuff. I mean, we love some Pokimane cope around these parts.
The heart turns into stone, hurry, son. Bedtime story, happy ending game, just a snapshot in time. Life is a journey, not a destination. Enjoy the ride without sound downs.
Ain't funny. That's not true. Maybe you're just boring as fuck and lame as hell. Cause only lame say that shit.